Mic check, mic check. Hey, if you listen, I can't. I don't know what's up with my headset audio, but I got to talk through the controller. But I'm tapped in. Well, I got the 3 stars now on the captain patch.
The Jaguars defense ready to go here in the Sunday night opener to this new season. And the one to focus on will be this man in his 7th season now at cornerback.
And there's pressure on every rookie in the NFL, but when you're a first-round pick, there's a little extra pressure that comes along with it. And the expectation is you're going to come in and be a big-time contributor right from the beginning and eventually become a franchise pillar in the long term. We know he's got the raw talent. Now, can he prove it over long haul?
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Now he can exhale. His season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now the first carry here for the running. And right away, he lost the football. And this is going to be a Colts.
Put that lick on him early, boy.
Up to about the 42.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, Richardson. And that will be incomplete.
What I'm talking about.
First down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They're in a somewhat unenviable position here to start the drive with the ball already up near midfield. Richardson looking to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Try to take off.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 63.
Man, that was crazy, boy.
The Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because
damn, that was crazy, boy.
I mean, let's face it. That should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And
Damn, my fault, team.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They're already down here early as this next drive begins with a 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a first carry here for the running back.
Yeah, that's my fault, bro.
9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. 2nd and 9. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Man, did y'all just see him let him catch that shit, bro? Come on, dog. He ain't even attempt to swat that shit, bro. Come on, man.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They trail here in the 2nd quarter. Richardson out of the shotgun. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And this complete to Mitchell. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. Richardson looking to throw this. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Good play over there, boy.
To be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage, and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Richardson to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. And they'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Richardson. We'll get this one complete.
Bro, they just slowed me down on the route, man. Come on, man, bro. Man, come on, dog.
What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Boy, that's crazy, bro.
Right now, he's blowing up coverages. You got to double.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt themselves. It's 1st and 10.
Man, bro.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Richardson working from the gun. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Richardson to throw off play action. Under pressure, they got him again. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. And after their guys were forced to punt a moment ago, they'll try to force one of their own here as this drive begins with a 1st down.
Okay, ready? Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. To about the 33-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he will take this one
I'll take
home.
that.
It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just
I
want
don't
to take
give
away
up
the
two,
quarterback's
y'all.
throwing
I
lanes,
had to
and
make
that's
up for
exactly
it.
what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They had the pick six just a moment ago, so they're feeling good as they prepare to try and make another stop.
3 points are huge. We need these points. Here we go. Here we go. Bronco quick. Bronco quick.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Richardson. That's complete to McBride. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Operating from the gun. Richardson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. That complete to Downs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28.
That's good for the Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And hold on here, because on that last run,
Getting his
looks
ass
like
lit
we
up.
have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the
Good play,
Jaguars
boy.
will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Partner, I think this one won a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They've already forced a couple of first-half interceptions, including one on the previous drive. as they potentially look for another here.
Okay, break. Let's go now. Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be taken in by...
Man, he got to put his hand up and swat, bro.
Use the first of their
Come on, dog.
As he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Operating from the gun, Richardson. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Jags will take over here just shy of the 30. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They hold the lead here in this third quarter, but every drive important in a one-score game as this one begins 1st and 10 here.
Ready. Come on. Reno.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Shoves him aside. And he takes his
How the hell I miss?
before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. A short one here, caught by McBride.
Come out.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle. Yardage. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff up the middle. Russell. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Man, come on, bro.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts have retaken a third quarter lead. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They're in the ball game, but could use a stop here. Trailing in this third quarter as this next drive starts 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic?
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Nakobe Dean leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception.
Man, that's supposed to be my pick, bro. I read that bit in my sleep.
The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll be looking to get off the field quickly here as this drive begins. 1st and 10. Now Richardson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. On the option to give to Taylor here. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson, they'll get this off to Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Appreciate that, my boy.
He's loose down the left sideline. And he is not quite going to...
Man, they ain't give me my touchdown, dog. Stop playing, man.
So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, He just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make
And
this a
give me
pick
that
six.
touchdown,
He got there
man.
in time to make the tackle.
The Jacksonville two sides so far. They've got the 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they try to see this one through to the finish. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Richardson shakes off the sack. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is...
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. A give for Taylor running right side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Richardson out of the shotgun. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now, fellas.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They're in a somewhat unenviable position here to start the drive with the ball already up near midfield. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. 2nd down and 3. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. From the shotgun, Richardson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Come on.
In motion, the tight end. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Richardson shotgun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Richardson looking to throw this. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They're out there trying to protect this fourth quarter lead. So this a big drive as it begins first.
On the jump.
Richardson. Able to get this one to McBride.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Here's Richardson to throw. And this taken in by Downs.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here comes second down at 5.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. A short one here, caught by McBride. Here comes second down.
Second and 10.
Let's go now.
At the 34-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. Goes right back to McBride. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, it's Russell, and they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And nowhere to go.
Let's go, boy.
Behind the line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. And this game is coming down to the wire, so they know this is the drive that will likely decide the outcome.
Come on.
Now Richardson. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Here's Richardson. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here we go.
Richardson to throw it. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Jags, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.
You miss week one, you're gonna want to watch this game. Week one was lit. You can rewind the stream and check that bit out. 2 picks, pick six, man.
The Jags defense out there for this opening possession. They were winners last week, but were not at their best. And the one to watch in the secondary will be this man, a longtime veteran of the league at corner.
And he was definitely a ball hawk last week. He had 2 interceptions in that game. That's going above and beyond for a defender. But it shows just how good he's been in shutting down the other guy's passing game.
On play action, here's Tua. Well, this is taken in. It's
Man, already.
through the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are on the Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They're already down here early as this next drive begins with a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Staying on it, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Jags, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Offside. Defense.
Oh, these boys cheating, man.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot.
Damn, I was outside. How the fuck I get outside?
Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Looking to pass. Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to go down. They
That blitz
sack him
on that
back
boy.
right around
Mix
the
it up.
30. And hang on here. We got an injured player, and that is QB Tua
To the locker
Tagovailoa,
room.
who's in need of some assistance. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rutherford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense, who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt themselves. It's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And all the way down to the 39. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle, Achane. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Rutherford. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That to the right side and intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Give me that.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They had the pick 6 just a moment ago, so they're feeling good as they prepare to try and make another stop. Throwing after the interception. Rutherford. That's into the hands of Waddle downfield. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Achane on 1st and 10. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Off play action. Rutherford. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ferguson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on third down. Rutherford. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Nakobe Dean. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they...
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've got the upper hand in terms of field position as this drive starts inside the offense's 10-yard line. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 4-yard line.
Again, it's Achane. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Rutherford. Throw caught by Achane. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Rutherford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. Here's Achane to start the drive. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They just got the benefit of a beautiful punt a moment ago, so this offense backed up down by their own goal line to start this possession. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Shedding through the defense. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. Anthony Richardson with a touchdown pass. Let's stay in the AFC East and head a few states down to check on the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they trail the visiting Bills in that ball game at halftime. Keon Coleman, a touchdown catch in that first half. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The Titans trying to finish that one off and claim victory. This is certain.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. And they're going to need to start slowing this offense down. They trail here third quarter as this drive gets underway. Throwing to start the drive. Rutherford. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the gun on third down. Rutherford. Looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Let me get that.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They're in the ball game, but could use a stop here. Trailing in this third quarter as this next drive starts 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it.
Let's go, bro.
And he brings this one back. A fumble return.
You want to talk about it, dog?
Score. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They had that strip a moment ago that led to the return for a score, so they're playing free and easy now as they try to shut down this offense again.
Okay, ready? Check the ticker, guys. Give them some time. Clear it out here, fellas. But chip shot.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Open man is Waddle complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. From the midfield strike, they look to throw.
Come on, bro. You got to swat that, bro. He did the same shit last game, bro.
Inside the 30.
Fuck, dog. Swat the fucking ball down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively. 2nd and 9 now. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off the play fake. Rutherford.
Bro, y'all see this shit, bro? I couldn't even fucking move my player, bro. Man.
His 2nd touchdown of the game. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They go play action here on 1st down. To the side.
He was looking for water. That boy was locked up.
In your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rutherford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got
Man, he had too much fucking time in that goddamn pocket, bro.
First down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Jaguars force the
I take that.
They'll take over at the 10. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They're locked in a tight one. Tie game, fourth quarter. So coming up with a stop here, vital as this drive begins 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Slot man moves right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off play action. Rutherford. It's a short one here.
Hey, good play over there, boy.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They're out there trying to protect this 4th quarter lead. So this a big drive as it begins 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 8. A run straight ahead with Achane. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Rutherford able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll give this to Achane. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. Rutherford. Throw out wide.
Sir, that coverage, boy, they tried to throw us off just now.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They've been the better of the 2 sides so far. They've got the 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they try to see this one through to the finish. Throwing to start the drive. Rutherford. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar.
Yep, that pressure on them, boy.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some.
Man, these motherfuckers done got burnt over there, bro. Like, come on, dog.
A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Man,
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. He's back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. Now a first throw here in overtime. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Operating from the gun, Rutherford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Rutherford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play call to be a little...
He's got a man complete.
Man, bro, this... Dog, what the fuck, bro?
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring, and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Miami, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
I had 3 of them motherfuckers, but I don't know what the other one.
Lisa 24. Here we go, huh?
Ready up.
Here we go, huh? All right, let's go. Silver. Hey, Ron. It's hot. Hey, Lion, Lion. Red, red. Red on red. It's hot. Hey, hey, hey. Silver. Hey, easy. Ralph, Ralph. Ralph. Here we go, son.
Okay, break.
Here we go, son. On red. Here we go, son. Rip, 23. It's hot. Hey, go, gold. Go, gold. It's hot.
Ready.
That boy ran out of bounds.
Silver.
On the set.
Here we go, son. Lisa 24. Silver. All right, let's go. Here we go, son.
Ready.
Here we go, son. Hey, Ron. It's hot. Hey, Lion, Lion. Here we go, son.
Okay, ready.
Red, red. Red on red. Here we go, son. Hey, hey, hey. Here we go, son. Hey, easy. Ralph, Ralph. Ralph. Red, red. On red. Silver.
Damn.
Rip, 23. Silver. Hey, go gold. Go gold. Here we go, son. Lisa 24. Silver. All right, let's go. Here we go, son.
Ready, break.
Here we go, son. Hey, Ron. Silver. Hey, Lion, Lion. Here we go, son.
Shit, Unc still got it.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on the Jaguars' superstar cornerback. He's one of the last guys you want to target in coverage. It's the Jaguars and the Jets. All that and more coming up next.
What better way to start off shotgun. They'll give it to him inside.
Oh, still got it.
This one was ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
Yeah, that was my tackle.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now
I better stop playing, boy. Definitely was my tackle, boy. That wasn't on the Kobe Dean tackle, boy.
nine.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Finds his man Gray. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a
That dusty motherfucker threw that bitch, didn't he?
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up.
Put that pressure on there.
And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play. And boy, did the defense do it there.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Impressive play, but they are well shy of the first down.
There's no negatives ever on a great shoot for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
That's caught for the first. And they
That's my fault.
bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
They give it to him up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
So now, here's third and goal. Looking for a throw here. And they will score.
Bro, how the fuck is he that wide open, bro? Damn, I just ran the dive. The fuck? Of course they pushed me all out the way and shit, man. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does.
Lick on his ass. Oh. No
First
fucking
time
play.
this game they've looked to him. So second down coming up. Back now, pressure on its way. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Rolling out to his left. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
Yeah, do that running for his life, boy. Hey, bro, you tuned in? I seen your text. I don't know if you tuned in or not, though.
Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to hold him down.
Bro, how the fuck is he? Like, come on, bro. These motherfuckers is accounted for, dog. How is he that wide open, bro?
There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Throwing now on first down.
What they called me for goddamn fucking pass interference or illegal contact trying to run across the fucking field. That ain't my fault. Them niggas in the way. I told you.
Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand.
Told you.
To throw here on first down.
Same damn play. They ran the same play. Same play.
Play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try.
Same damn play.
Finds him over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space,
drop.
Find a way to get him the ball.
Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches.
Drop. Come on, offense. I'm about to say, goddamn, shut your ass downfield and score.
He's out in the clear. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Quick slant into the hands of Corley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing from the gun. That's incomplete left side.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll throw it. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Surprised they ain't called me for illegal contact or no BS.
Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evident.
They go play action on 1st. That one's cut along the left sideline.
Man, come on, bruh.
He will go. Touchdown.
Oh, what the fuck, bruh?
The Jets making a 9-point advantage. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
2nd and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake here.
Man, you can't be fucking serious, bro. Come on, dog.
Bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Man, come on,
24
bro.
yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. Plowing up the middle. Breaks the tackle, still going. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes the hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. He's going to throw this one. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking into the air here.
Man, bro. What the fuck, bro?
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Throwing now from the gun. And the defender comes away with it.
Good play.
Exactly what the quarterback
He should have tried to crib that bit, but good play.
Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it up.
Yeah, but we ain't got no pressure on the quarterback, boy.
back on the handoff. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Kobe Dean in on the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 32. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To throw it on first down. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted.
Let's go.
Jaguars get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Let's go, boy.
Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Let's go, man. That pick changed the tide of the game. Feel me? Right before halftime. Let's get it.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The Jets take their first time out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. Connection made to Coleman. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Catch made over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket. Field
Try to ice that boy.
Coming from the Jets. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this
Iced him.
Is good.
It's good.
There, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a low point.
Man, bro, y'all seen that, bro? This motherfucker missed the field goal. It hit the what's the name and bounced out. I guess if it hit the camera, that means it's good. What the hell? That's crazy.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him.
Come here.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. The screen pass falls incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
First down, they'll run. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Oh, brother, it's another interception.
I'll tell you that.
And the Jaguars have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Hand off to the back. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
Easy money, man.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Jaguars, well, they must be thinking pass here, huh? They're in the dime. 3rd down coming up. They'll try and throw it here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it.
Damn, dog.
And it's good enough for a New York first down. Setting up a throw. He's on the move. He's running with it. Decent yardage picked up.
Yeah, he was looking for that damn tight end again.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll throw it. Corley reels it in.
Good play. Good play.
And able to get this
Good
down
play.
to 15 before going out.
Good play. You know I'm on his ass.
1st and 10. Working inside.
Well, you know I'm on your ass, boy. Pick that off.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied.
I see you over there, boy. I see you, dog.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback.
I gotta watch that tight end, so I gotta try to guard him every chance I get.
Throw and knock that ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun.
Dropped it, yes sir.
Hang on, that's incomplete.
And that's exactly who they were looking for too.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Look, the tight end wide open.
Blown back gets the handoff.
Damn, I missed.
He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
We good, though.
Gain. They're going to have 4th and 4.
We good. So we good.
Right up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And it's a nice game.
Well, I was guarding exactly who I wanted to guard on that play, too, boy.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Damn, bro, what the fuck?
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Give now to the running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Yeah, like they don't see this. Oh, that motherfucker hit a backflip on us. God damn, boy, they act like they ain't see this motherfucker goddamn running.
And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
This time it's a passing play.
Come on, dog. What the fuck, bro?
And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up.
They go with this bullshit.
To throw here on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40.
They go with that bullshit.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it will give the Jets a 1st down. Only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throw left side, complete. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Back now, pressure on its way. That throw behind his intended target.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
2nd and 10 now. Finds his man Gray. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Pass play now. He's on the move. Now he takes it, and he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 24. Able to find Corley. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it's good enough for a New York first down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets trailing by 5. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They hand this one off. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Setting up to pass. And they got there in time.
Got that pressure, yes, sir.
And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Desperation time here on 4th. And that one's going to be knocked away.
Let's go, dog.
Change in possession.
Let's go, bro.
The defense rises to the challenge and
let's
gives
go.
The ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy.
Oh, shit. So they got 25 seconds, y'all. What they at on the 3? Oh, they backed all the way up.
He'll look to throw it.
Yes, sir.
Just had to get rid of that one, Brock. Out of the pocket, though, so no risk of intentional grounding and a safety.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Yes, sir.
See a window we like, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
Sir.
A situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed, there just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Oh, sir.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down.
Yes, sir. Take that back to the crib, my boy. Let's go. That's game. Yes, sir.
Make one final massive play, and that finishes the win.
Yes, sir.
For the Jaguars, the visitors this one, but they take home the win. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game.
Yes, sir. Man, if you tapped into the stream, make sure you hit a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, you feel me? And right here on the screen, make sure you check out the previous video. You know what I'm saying? Check out the other video right here on the screen as well, man. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for shit. So I got to get my photos right quick, though.